Thank you so much for this opportunity to join you on the World Water Day virtual event. I thank you, Water for Women and Australia Water Partnership for this opportunity. My name is Kessy Sawang. I am a member of parliament in Papua New Guinea's 11th parliament. I'm actually one of the 2 women in parliament, and I thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to have my voice. Before I became a parliamentarian, I used to build water supply in remote rural communities, and that's how I mobilized the people to actually address one of the key issues that affects us, and that is access to clean and safe water and proper sanitation. As you know, Papua New Guinea is one of the countries in the world that we have a very low rate of people having access to clean and safe water and sanitation. And I want to talk a bit about the opportunities that exist in these challenges. And one of them is that our government about a decade ago has set a national target that by 2030, 70% of Papua New Guineans must have access to clean, safe water and sanitation. So since the policy was released on wash water, sanitation and hygiene in 2015, there's been some progress made, and one of them is for the government, the NEC, to decide on establishing the National Wash Authority. That decision was made in 2018, and it has yet to be implemented, and that is something I, as a parliamentarian and advocate for having women access to water and decision making, will be taking up with the government now to actually look at establishing the authority and having it funded. So the government have that opportunity to actually do something drastic, take some affirmative action on the issue of water, is through institutionalizing the wash authority and having an organization that focuses on wash alone and looking at the entire country and see which areas we need to put in more efforts. And another opportunity also exists that districts, we have 96 districts who can work with the wash authority once it's established, so we can address the wash issue in all of our districts, and we can address it one district at a time, one ward and one community at a time. We also have opportunities in resources. We have a lot of water resources, but most of our people, they rely on the flowing, running water, and we want to move away from that to clean and safe water. And I am very happy that my people have elected me to parliament, and water, the wash, is one of the issues that I will be actually speaking on. So look at the districts. Every district gets 10 million kina. The other question I was asked to actually comment on is, women in decision making, and I would want to suggest that, to address wash issue, we need to bring that down to the local ward community level. So if we have a community that builds around, let's say, the ward development committee, using the government structure, of course, of councillors, then within the WDC, or the Ward Development Committee, there's a women's rep, and we could have committees for different issues, and one of them can be for wash. And when we involve women in decision making at the lower level, the decisions are respected, the actions are respected. That is when men will trust us women to take on leadership, starting from the bottom up. So I'll give an example of a village in my district. The women used to market their garden produce and make money to contribute towards the water supply. After many years, they contributed some funds, and the Lutheran Church actually helped them to fund the water supply. Following that, the men were really amazed, and they trusted in the women's leadership because the women actually did something. So in terms of getting more women into decision making, in terms of wash, I suggest we work through our districts and our different wards under the ward structure, and even the church structure, because the churches actually respect women in their respective leadership in the church. So I suggest we work at the lower level and up, while other resources will be from top down. Even education is very important in order for us to address this issue, because when we get more girls educated and they occupy high positions in government, in business, they will be able to actually make decisions, especially in terms of funding and policy decisions that will accelerate our efforts to address the issue of WASH in SDG 6. So you can see that we can identify with the struggle of WASH, the struggles women and girls face. So we need more women in leadership. Like I said, we need to institutionalize the issue of WASH in Papua New Guinea. And that means we need to actually have the National Water and Sanitation Hygiene Authority up and running. So we have an organization that actually gets annual budgetary funding to address WASH in PNG. And in terms of implementation, the WASH will actually partner with other development partners as well as the district development authorities and the wards to actually have the efforts from the community level up, while the resources and the policies flow from top down for us to address the issues. Issues like WASH, you need the lived experiences. I can talk passionately about WASH because that's where I came from. I grew up in a rural Papua New Guinean village, and as I was growing up, I carried water every day. And now when I go back, I don't want the ladies and women to repeat the same things. So when I'm talking about policy change, allocation of resources, and institutionalizing our efforts, I am actually passionate about it. I'm talking from my lived experiences. But when we have, like in PNG, more men than women, we can't have that collective voice becoming stronger, because men in PNG, they don't have the lived experience of carrying water every day. So that makes it very important that we need to have more women in decision making, more women in parliament, because we can talk and we can take action based on our lived experiences. And I want to say thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to have a little bit of say on the issue of WASH in Papua New Guinea.